Hello, welcome back to Sew April. So today's Fridaysews, which I know everyone knows, you talk about what you've done, what you're working on, and then life. Which I honestly have a lot of life going on, so I'll try to keep that part short. So what have I been working on and doing? So I went ahead and this is just a store-bought shirt, but I put the design on. And I made a Barbie shirt, and me and my youngest daughter went to the Barbie movie, and oh my gosh, it was so cute. I had heard so much negative feedback about, this and that, and I think it was cute. I cried like a baby because, there's like a mother-daughter storyline, and, it just brings back all the feels and everything, and, reminds me when my children were at home, and honestly, and I did really feel really bad about Ken, and so I get the whole Ken enough, but I think everyone kind of feels like that once in a while in your life, but it's okay, it's fine. So, yeah, I did that, and then I had made a bag. The only thing I'm upset about is the size. It's so small, but, so the bag is the Lavender and Twine Hinterland. I love her videos. Oh my gosh, she is a genius when it comes to doing things different and new, and very, very amazing instructions. It literally took me one day to cut everything out, one day to interface, because I don't do everything at once. I have health issues, and so I like to take my time, and then literally one day or just a few hours to like sew everything up. I think it did take like 6 hours to sew or something, or maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was 6 hours for the whole thing. I don't know. This was a very simple bag, and I love it. The only problem I have beside it being small is apparently one shoulder straps are harder to work on my shoulders because I have like no shoulder. Most people have shoulders. I don't, so the one shoulder makes it a little hard. So I will go ahead and get with it. So this is my Loki bag, and yeah, it's looking a little weird there. I don't know why. So yeah, this is what it looks like, and it's got the Loki emblem, and then I don't have anything in here, so, and there's no interfacing in this bag, so it's a real slouchy bag, but it's supposed to be that way. I have my little handmade label. You're only supposed to have one rivet here. I put 3 because I used this snakeskin vinyl, and it's really thick. I altered the design for the strap to be able to put this design on it, or this snap on it with the Loki symbol, and I was not able to put the there's supposed to be a facing that goes on the back side of this. I could not fit that on here because this was too thick. So yeah, so that's what it ends up looking like. And then we'll go into the inside. So like I said, this is a really tiny, tiny bag. So if you like small bags, you will love this. I'll insert a picture here, and that is with this bag beside my Augustina, which I felt was too small for me. So if you like small bags, you might love this. I love the bag. I love it was so easy to put together. Amazing instructions. The only thing is, I would definitely upsize it. I honestly would probably make it 150% or more for me because I like big bags. So the inside, there's no pockets. It's just the snap that you snap to the zipper right here in the middle. The problems I did have is, apparently, if you use 2 different company snaps, they don't connect in there together. So I had one from one company on this side and one from the other side, and when I went to snap them together, they didn't work, so I had to like redo those. So that's like the only problem I had with this bag. There is, okay, so my divider, I have this Loki fabric and this gorgeous glitter gold canvas from My Punk Embroidery, and that's where the snake skin faux leather was from too. And then it has waterproof canvas. Mine's black, so it's probably hard to see, I apologize. And then it has a little slip pocket here that you can put stuff in as well. And then you open up, which I have a little Loki on the zipper tab. And then I just have the black waterproof canvas on the inside as well. The only part that was a little difficult was adding the side connectors. So if you can see, the side connectors have to go through everything. And she recommends, I believe it's a 9mm or 10mm length of the post, not just the cap, so the length of the post to be able to get through it. And yeah, that's great. My suggestion, if anyone has any problems, because I did it like she did in the first video, where you do one at a time, and that worked fine. And then she had an alternative way of doing it where you can like punch through everything all at once. I like that method better myself. She shows both in the video. The problem I had with it is when I did it that way the first time, I did not catch the divider bag, which is what you're supposed to do for the structure of the bag. So I knowing how to fix problems like that, if you have a rivet that messes up, I ended up getting my garden shears and I cut them off, and let me tell you, that was not easy to do on this. And I do think I had to replace one of the pieces that because I think I caught into the vinyl, and so I had to replace that. So when I went to do it the second time, I got smart and I used my awl and I poked through everything to make sure I caught the divider bag before I put the rivet in. And yes, that worked so much better. But yeah, and I do love the little clasp, and then it has the little you know, I'll put the little cap thing in there. I think that does look really nice. But yeah, she's a really beautiful bag. I myself, I like big bags, and if you know me, you know I like big bags. And I have that, I still have that wallet from the Architect wallet, which I don't know if I'm going to make another one of those, or if I'm going to make, I can't even remember that other bag, NCW, I believe it is. I think I might make that one again, since I know things more now, and I'm going to go ahead and try that. But yeah, I have a hard time fitting a wallet in here, so if you have a really tiny wallet, or your phone has the wallet with it, that would be great. But like mine don't really fit in here, and I did not know by looking at everyone's pictures that these bags are so tiny. Like, it's like not much bigger than my head. So yeah, very, very tiny bag, but very nice. Had I have known it was going to be so tiny, no, I would not have used my stuff that I have on here, but it turned out cute. It is supposed to have, like, I think it's supposed to be shorter here, and then you have like a O-ring, but like I said, I wanted to use the Loki magnet as a design feature. Will I make another one? Definitely. I definitely would love to make another one in a bigger size, and maybe make the straps a little bit smaller. Maybe that'll help stay on my shoulder or something. I don't know. I don't know know how to make them stay on my shoulder. So anyways, there's that. Sorry about that. That was really kind of loud. And then I also made the shirt I'm wearing. Me and Stephanie from SMB Designs both decided to make the DIBY Club, I think it's the ABB, anything but basic tee. And she had questions. She had never, I don't think she really made a shirt on her own before, and she wanted my input, and I kind of walked her how to do it. So I showed her how I cut fabric out and how I decide the size and everything. And she did say her size was slightly bigger, and she said that her arms were a little tight. And she asked if I knew how to do an adjustment on that, and I don't. I tend to have smaller arms. My sister's even told me that before. So like the arms fit fine for me. I did make the 3/4 length. I do not have it hemmed right now. I'll get my cover stitch out and hem it, and then have my husband or my daughter take pictures of me in it. Let's see. Let me look at the sizes. Made the 26 on the top, and then 30 from my chest, and 34. Yeah, and then the 34 on my waist. Honestly, I could have made it a lot smaller, like all around. I probably could have made it like the 24, 26, and then 30. Am I going to really mess with that? Probably not. Like the side seams go here and my shoulders here. But honestly, when you buy a lot of store-bought stuff, they hang off the shoulder, you know. So, I mean, that's fine. And it's a scoop. We made the scoop neck. So if I had it where it goes on my shoulder the correct way, there would literally be like no fabric before my thing. So I'm just gonna leave it. I mean, like I said, it would look like more of a store-bought shirt this way. And the sleeves fit pretty good. I could really have gone down several sizes. Like it's really big, but I like big shirts, and you know, it's fine. It's totally fine. I mean, you definitely don't have to worry about it like clinging or anything. I had used this, let's see if I can get closer. It's a rib knit that has like a light heathered look, but yeah, I really like it. I think it turned out nice, and I might make the next one a little bit smaller. I might cut the pattern down a little, and you know, like an inch at least on each side. So yeah, I might do that next time, or just yeah, I'll probably cut the pattern down an inch on each side, so that way it's not so huge. But I mean, it's fine. I did add 1 inch for the length because their size says it's for like size 5'5", and I'm 5'7", almost 5'8", and I really should have added, I think, another inch or two. I like the shirts to hang like past my hip area. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure if I have enough to really hem the bottom. I will look at that in the mirror before I decide to hem it, but I'm definitely going to hem the sleeves. I actually thought about, let's see if I can, I thought about taking it in a little on the bottom, and then I thought, no, because if I do that, I'm going to have to like make it smaller everywhere, and I mean, I could, honestly, yeah, I might do that, I don't know. I'll decide that when I decide to hem it, but I think if I just hem it, it'll be fine. It's just, you know, that way this is done, you know. So yeah, that's what I've been doing recently, and I did wash the fabric from my I did wash the fabric for my granddaughter's quilt, and I need to set up, oh, I ironed it too, like that was a big deal to iron, but I need to go ahead and get the video started for y'all where I cut the fabric out, so I'm hoping to get that done by next week. I will show how I use my Big Shot to cut the fabric out, and I'm going to be using the Kaleidoscope quilts. The quilt along from the Facebook group was actually supposed to be for August, but in July I remember saying September. So in my head, I felt like it was supposed to start in September, and so I'm just going to start in September. You know, that's fine. I already have all the fabric and the supplies, and I'm just going to go ahead and start it now. So, but I'm also going to show how to piece that block together. It does look slightly complicated, but I'm pretty sure I can figure it out, and I will show y'all how I do that. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. And then my oldest daughter had told me that my grandson is now outgrowing the little woodland quilt that I made him for, you know, his birth. And so, let's see, I think he's 7 months now. So I told her after I finish my granddaughter's quilt, I will start on working on his. Yes, mine's still been on the back burner. It's fine, you know. But yeah, she wants another woodland one for him, so I'll get that eventually started too. And then, okay, let's go on to the whole life bit now. Well, I had a really big flare for the longest time, and I had just been trying to like take it easy on myself, and then you know, like doing simple things wasn't simple for me. It was really complicated. And then I had a mix up with my birth control at the pharmacy, and I had so many migraines, and now that I have my birth control back together again the right way, I'm still having issues with the migraines, and I think I'm actually going to talk to my doctor about that. I've never really been on migraine treatment. When I've had migraines since I was a little girl. They like put those little gluey things on my scalp, and I remember what they had said is that I had a very rare type of migraine, and they said that most people get migraines one-sided. I get it both-sided, and I have recently had one-sided, and that feels really weird to me. It's like, how can you have one side of your head feel fine and the other side is not? But yeah, to have them two-sided, you really, I don't know how to say it. It really cripples you. It really does. Because when I get that way, my eyes swell up, they get hot, I have to put a wet rag on my head, and I just basically have to lay down. There's nothing I can do. And then like the next day, I end up with like what me and my sister call like a hangover migraine. It's where you just really can't function and your brain doesn't really operate. So yeah, that's been really, really difficult this year for all that. Then my husband, he seems to be doing okay right now. We don't go to the doctor till November, so I'm just praying everything's still good. He has had a little spot under his toe, and he had like a hole under there, and it's slowly healing, but I don't really know what's going on with that. So I'm just hoping and praying that that's going to be healed. He's had some issues at his job, which I'm not allowed to discuss. So for a little while we've been worried that he might not have a job. So everything seems to be looking good. Yeah, and then, so one of the other things I did is I bought me some birds, some little parakeets. So I'm sure you can probably hear them in the background. I'll see if I can swing over. I don't know if you can see them. They're all the way in the back on the top. So I will tried to have like a little clip of them in there, and oh my gosh, it took me forever to come up with names. So I decided on the girl, Diana from Wonder Woman, and the boy, he's the blue one, Steve, her husband. So I think it's her husband. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, so Diana and Steve. So I thought that would be really nice, and yeah, that they're still kind of scared of me, which I guess that, you know, is just part of the nature of birds. But I'm trying to get them used to me, and I want to get them to where, you know, they'll come sit on my hand and stuff. And then I've heard that they possibly can talk if you know, work with them. So we'll see if any of that happens. If it does, I will definitely share that with y'all. But like I said, I'm pretty new to the parakeet thing. We had parakeets at one time when my children were younger, and at that time my kids took care of them, and they ended up dying, and I was concerned because I had just found out at that time that certain cookware can like kill birds. So I was thinking it was that, and then it was probably about 5 days later, because the one bird died, then the other one died the next day. And then within that 5 days, I had my carbon monoxide detector go off, and I was freaking out. And I was a smoker back then, I'm not going to lie. And so I called the police department, and then I had to call the gas company. And of course, I'm out there smoking because I'm like so nerve-wracked and everything. And I did not put two and two together about the birds. And we had used gas heaters at the time, and when the gas man came in, he like examined the air quality of the house, and he said, oh my gosh, he said, there's so much carbon monoxide in this house. He said, if you were to light one cigarette in that house, your house would blow up. And he said, honestly, if you didn't have this alarm and it would not have went off, he said, y'all would not have woke up. Y'all just would have been dead. He said, I've seen it happen many times. So make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector if you have gas. That can actually save your life. I have Total Electric now, and that's one of the reasons I wanted Total Electric when I moved in this house, so I didn't have to worry about carbon monoxide, because that can be like, that's really scary. So like I said, just get a carbon monoxide detector, and make sure to check the batteries when you check your smoke detector batteries every 6 months, and you should be good. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I needed to talk about. Yeah, I've been doing some artsy things, drawing and coloring, and I did my first little watercolor paper, or watercolor, and yeah, so starting to get back into sewing. I have a Temu haul that should actually already be up, and then I will have a fabric haul for Sunday for y'all. I don't know if y'all realized, but I actually didn't buy, my last order from Fabric Mart was in October last year. So yeah, I have 2 orders that I'll be showing you in that haul. So yeah, I feel a lot more like myself, and I'm really hoping to start to get my videos back in line again. And I'm sorry that it's taken me so long for my body to kind of like work with my brain, and I hope y'all understand. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go, and don't forget to check out all the other hashtag Fridaysews. And thank you, Jen, for the hashtag Fridaysews. And I will go ahead and let y'all go, and you'll have a very blessed day. Bye.
Hi, baby. Hey, baby. Hi, Diana and Steve. See if I can get him to move. Hey, baby. You want to swing?